Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild and I'm a bit early when it comes to recording because I was working on the arms up here and wanted to do a test if I can basically blueprint that thing in, and we will talk about that in a second. I have a bit of a problem with it. I basically just talked to 1WSX10. This guy is so great because I come up with I ask him something about the script and see a problem for me, and he immediately comes back and tests something out and takes a look at the code and sees if I'm right. This thing now works. One thing with a script is you have to have the thrusters showing up in the control menu or in the on terminal. That's what you have to have it. I had problems with it in the last episode with the hydrogen thrusters, and I just wanted to say that so nobody thinks it's any problem with the script. It was my problem that I didn't know that everything has to be on terminal so the script can see it. Good, but don't let us get into the script again. I'm talking too often about that. So, last time you could see me that I took a blueprint of the part that I had cut loose, and then I basically brought that thing back in, and I thought that would be enough, but it isn't. For some reason, when I project that thing, and I didn't know that is the case, because I definitely took the blueprint of the main part as far as I see it, so the top part basically of the whole thing where everybody is, or not everybody, everything is anchored to. And in the blueprint itself, it just gave me this bottom part. And I don't know if that's a problem with the blueprint system or if I did something wrong, if this thing is considered as the main part or something like that. I don't know. It just gave me this part in the projection because I wanted to test that out and projected the part, and that's one thing the thing that I wanted to see is if I can just project the part basically in here and then have it anchored to the station anyway. Because the thought that I had was project it, take a merge block, then merge it into here. But it should be just possible that I basically project the part into the structure and then it should be built on the structure. But it didn't. It just gave me the bottom part. So we will have to do that by hand. And that's the stuff I want to do now. At least the first parts. I'm basically recording back to back a bit. Normally I wouldn't do that, but I want to show you the process and not leave you in the dark about that. People already said I should build more on camera. it's in earlier days I built a lot on camera, and then the people said maybe cut stuff out, and now the people say go back and build more on camera because so. Okay, I already have a rotor positioned here, a piston and another rotor. So what I want to do, or what we can do now, is I want to put another piston on there. I'm trying to keep the pistons rotated into one direction. That should make my life a bit easier when it comes to anchoring the whole thing later. We will see if that works out the way. Performance issues. We will have to live with this thing. I don't know where that comes from, because there shouldn't be any performance issues. I don't know. I'm loading stuff in the back from Steam. Maybe that's a thing. I don't know. Good. I have oriented all the rotors. You can see the numbers on the sides here, and they are all the rotors here. This rotor. Their number 0 basically is to the top, so that we can immediately see basically where we rotate the thing to. I explained that a long time ago. If you rotate something and you don't get basically the degree on here, you get a degree in which it needs to turn to. So if you set a degree that is positive, 80 degrees positive, for example, it turns clockwise and then 80 degrees. 80 degrees should be somewhere there. I don't know. And if you say minus 80 degrees, it turns counterclockwise 80 degrees. So, and that's the first thing we want to do. The top rotor here is rotor 3, I think. And this one needs to turn the same rotation as rotor 5. That's the top rotor of the other arm. I will set up the braking torque so that stuff doesn't when it stops, it basically stops, and it doesn't keeps on going. And then I want to set it to 80 degrees here. We don't set any rotor displacement. That works out, and the velocity is 0.25 rounds per minute. That's the same stuff we will set it to here. So this one goes to 0, this one goes to 80. That should have it set up, because now we can just go and crank up the Newton meters here, basically the torque, the braking torque, and we set the velocity to 0.25. By the way, thanks for all the explanations how this is. I know that it is decimals, but that it is the decimal point. Again, it's similar for us. It's we don't use the point. We use a comma. We use a comma. Oh, comma. 6 weeks. A comma. And use the use of points and commas in mathematics or in numbers is for us is basically exactly the other way around. For example, if you have stop. Ooh, okay. I really thought I have my hands off the keyboard, and so I was a bit that it didn't stop. That could have been bad. If you have in finances, you often find that someone puts in America, and I think wherever the English language is used, you have the $1,000, for example, usually is written out in 1.000. And for us, it's and then if you have 50 cents, it would be no, it is 1,000 for you, and then point, and then 50. For us, it's the other way around. For us, it's 1.000 and then comma, and then the 50 if we would talk about euros or something like that. It's the other way round. So the next rotor, and now the bit fiddly part begins. So we have another rotor on there, and I don't know which one it is. So what we will do is I know where this stuff is. I know this stuff, so I need to show the rotors that I don't know. This is the bridge. The A, B, C, D is bridge, rotor arm, top rotor arm, top other rotor arm. So it must be one of these, and we will just go and show them on HUD so we can see what it is. So this is RSN rotor. Yeah, that makes my life a whole lot easier if every single one of them is called rotor. I think we will go and use this one, arm 2, 1, or nope. Which one of it is it? Ah, okay. These are. Let us get rid of this ship. I basically, by the way, I repaired the ship, the damage to the ship, and now we can just move it away, and then we should see the real rotors. One thing I saw, and that is weird. I came back. No, I didn't come back. I was working here, and then I saw that something has damaged or had damaged this part of the station. I don't know if while I was gone something attacked the station. That could have happened. I don't know. So, I have put some lasers around the station now, so that if something attacks it, we hopefully can defend ourselves at least a bit. So let us go into the rotor. So this one should be rotor arm 2, 1. This should be the top rotor here, or yes, I will have to rename the other one there. I will have to work on that anyways, because the timer block is gone, so I need to set that up again so I can use the camera and light arm there. Good. Okay, now we can continue with that. Take a look at rotor arm 1. That's the arm on the other side, has set up basically or in a similar fashion. This one is set to 0.47 rounds per minute, and lower limit is 150. And the good thing here is, as I turn them around, I will only have to deal with positive numbers here. Basically, that's thing. Good. Okay. After I've done that, I will then go make a cut, maybe come back tomorrow, basically, just because I wanted to show you how to work this stuff. Set it up the same way, 0.47 and 150. Everything else works out. Okay, braking torque up, 150 and 0, and then 0.47 I think was the right, and it already started to turn. And does it work? Yes, it does work. So the thing with this now is that I basically have to just do that over and over again and then set up the last one in similar fashion to this one, and then I'm basically done with it. I just wanted to show that to you so nobody can say I didn't. Good, people, I will be back after the cut, work a bit more on this, and yeah, hopefully get that done for this episode. So it is the next day, and I have finished building this. I did some changes to logically to both of them. I changed some of the rotor speeds and the angle of the top rotors and the bottom rotors. Now I have basically, I have changed the rotor speed. I didn't change it at the top one. I kept the old thing, by the way, but I changed the angle to 75 degrees off, basically, and not 80 like it was in the beginning. I kept this at 150, so the good thing now is that with the rotor speed of 0.25, I now have 0.50 or O or null 0.5 basically on the whole length, and down here I also have the 75 degrees angle, and I'm ending up with also 0.25 when it comes to rotor speed. That makes everything a bit easier, and it still works out. So what I have done is I have these two basically pins that come out here, and I want to now try to connect that. It could end up not working because of the fact that these are basically subgrids on one grid, and it could end up not working with merge blocks. Well, but we will give it a try and see what happens. This could be massively clangy, and people on the subreddit already point out the fact that there are still instances where you can really clang your game. I hope this works out. It's a thing I would really appreciate if I could get just what I want. Maybe I need to bring it a bit apart. I'm not sure how to do that. Maybe we can just... Maybe if we just... What could we do? I tried with a small ship to basically bring it off angle. Maybe if I put in a bit more speed, I could hold it there or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe if I just... What I could just do is find one of the rotors and just bring it in. Okay, let me take a look. If I retract this one, this is rotor arm 2. Later I want to have them both retract just at the same... Okay, this one Okay, this rotor, that is rotor 3, just goes out. That should be enough. Let me reverse the whole thing again. I need one rotor that basically moves into that direction, and this rotor will be our friend there. So we can just tell this rotor to reverse, and it will swing into that direction, and then we can basically swing it back, and hopefully we hit the mark then. That's maybe what we want. Sorry. I can only hope that this works. Okay, rotor arm 2, 3, U reverse. And I hope that this wiggling stops as soon as I am doing something here with the blocks. That would be neat. Will it? Oh, I should speed up my whole... No. Although this could prove to be... No, why are you going this far? Oh, go back, reverse. The fine thing here is now we see that the subgrids don't destroy each other anymore. That is really, really helpful. Okay, come on, build the thing on the way out. And we could do that with the other side too, just if it's necessary, have these things. I will push it, try to push it a bit to the side so it can... Come on. Yes! This is neat. This is absolutely neat. Sorry for the reaction, but this worked out better than I hoped for. Now the question is, will these two arms work together and not explode? That would be amazing if that would work out. If I could just now pull it up and see if it breaks. Let us try it. Maybe I make... Sorry for... I will admit that I'm careful here. I will make a save and then bring that thing up to see if we can now have... Okay. I will just... I will rename that later if necessary, but... If this works out, I'm pretty happy. It looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. It pulls it straight up. And until now, nothing clanged too heavily. Oh, this is neat. This is neat, or... And again, I think this wouldn't have been possible in before this crazy bug fix. Now, if you would stop nicely and not explode, ooh. And the question is, can I still build on this and have it just basically finish a bridge there? The question is, should I do it that way or should I do it... Let me do this. No. I know what to do. The thing now is that if this whole concept here stands trial and basically works even with all. Okay, I need to do this so I can get rid of the merge blocks. Then these are really one part. Nothing pulled apart. That's a neat thing. And I hope this stays true for the future. I will have to bring it down and align it. That will be one of the next things we should do. Align it with these modded connectors so that we can... Okay, this works. 4, give me blocks. This works too. This is amazing. This is really, really amazing. Okay, I will have to bring that down again, and then we will have to make some grids that... not grids, some groups that I can use to bring down the pistons here. And I need to mark them too before I can do that. The lower 2 should be enough, I would say. This works out, at the moment it works out really, really nice. I hope that just stays true for the whole time. And I don't end up with this exploding when I load in the world again or something like that. That would be bad. Okay. How many pistons do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 on each arm, so I can name them accordingly. This is piston, arm 1, 4. I will later do that for the rotor arm here too. There I have the rotors named just rotor arm 4 or something like that, and maybe really show that it is name it accordingly. Arm 2, 4. So the thing now is that hopefully, and we had explosions the last time, I hope that doesn't hold true for this year again. Piston arm, okay, it is set to 10 meters with 0.5 meters. No. Why is it doing that? Yeah, Clang is still alive, I would say. Whoa. Okay, that could pose a problem. I don't want that to happen every time. Is something... one thing I didn't mention is I had to push out the rotor heads here to align them straight. Oh, okay, this could pose a problem. It didn't explode, and it didn't... ow! It didn't dismantle itself. But the problem will be now that we still need to push out other pistons. And I'm not sure how to do that in the best way. It could be that the fact that they are basically the other way around, that makes a problem. I know that people, even before the update or the bug fix, basically found out that you could have multiple pistons attached to one bar basically, but you had to orient them the right way. That could be the same here, that we run into this problem because of piston orientation. What it also could be, and that is maybe a thing I want to try. Let us see if that could be the thing. Rotor. Just as a test. Rotor arm, and then the top ones, and we remove the braking torque. Then it could be that the pistons have it easier to basically move the rotors against their will, something like that. I hope it could be something like this. Let us name the next pistons and then try again. We just need to bring this out a few meters to line that up. And then I will end the episode for today, basically. Arm 1, 3, and this will be arm 2, 3, arm 2, 3, and now I can just take them. The braking torque could be a problem here. That it basically... Oh, no, I shouldn't do that. No! The keys are just too close to each other. Piston. And maybe make it even slower. One, just to be careful. And we go to 5 meters. Reverse. Yeah, okay. That's, yeah, I say we lost that. Yeah, maybe with one arm this would be possible. So maybe I will just go in, rebuild the whole thing, and then just use one arm to bring it up and down. So Clang is pretty much still alive, and it seems that this one didn't... it didn't change its numbers, and so it didn't reverse with the other one. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that was a costly experiment, I would say, but I don't know if I can repair that in any way. I don't think that's possible. So, people, I think I will end the episode for today, and we will see how I can fix that. Maybe in the meantime I can just build again. I will maybe just build one arm, use that. This could be a lot easier, and people in the comments are already suggesting I should not only fold it up, also fold it out of the way and all that stuff. I'm not sure this all will be possible. Good people, I would say thanks for watching. Hope you liked this clangy episode. And I hope to see you in the next one. See ya, guys.